Hello students of Standard 9. Welcome to DAV Moil Public School. I am your English teacher Jagruti Meshram. Let's begin our today's online session of English. Today we will continue with the same lesson, My Childhood. Before proceeding further, let us quickly recapitulate what we studied in our previous session. My Childhood is an extract taken from the biography of APJ Abdul Kalam, Wings of Fire. He was a great scientist and also the 14th President of India. He was born in a middle-class Muslim family in 1931 in the island town of Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. In his childhood, he was greatly influenced by his parents, his teachers and his friends. His father, Jalaluddin, was not highly educated, but he was a generous and kind person. He was not rich but provided a secure childhood to Abdul and his siblings. Abdul inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father and faith in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. Kalam earned his first wages by working as a helping hand to his cousin Samsuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameswaram. Dear students, in this lesson you will come across many new words. Here are their meaning. Socio-economic means in terms of money. Rama Kalyanam ceremony is known as Kalyanotsav. It means marriage festival. In South India, marriage is known as Kalyanam. So, Lord Rama and Sita's marriage is called Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony. It is a ceremony of the depiction of the marriage between Sita and Rama. Could not stomach means could not tolerate. Downcast, sad or depressed. Someone called. Bluntly speaking in a direct and honest way, even if this offends or upsets people. Apologize means seek pardon. Conviction, a strong opinion or belief. Convey means to communicate. Segregation means separate. Orthodox one follows the religion strictly. Rebel in opposition. Ritually pure means kept protected from all outside influences for the observances of religion. APJ had three best friends during his childhood. Their names are Ramananda Shastri, Arvindan and Shiv Prakashan. All of them belonged to a very strict Hindu Brahmin families and were ardent followers of their religion. As APJ was from a Muslim family, he says that during his childhood, all the children were so close to each other that they felt that they belonged to different. They never felt that they belonged to different religions. Religion was not a barrier in their friendship. There is a very famous temple in Rameswaram, the Rameswaram temple. APJ's best friend Ramananda Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, the priest of this temple. When these three friends grew up, Ramananda Shastri took the priesthood of the Rameswaram temple. Arvind started a business of transporting the pilgrims to and from the Rameswaram temple, and Shiv Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railway, was in charge of the catering of the railways. Whenever the Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony used to take place, APJ's family also took part in it. They used to arrange the boats for it. They used to make a special platform on the boats on which the statue of Rama and Sita were placed and transported from the temple to the marriage site, which was in the middle of the pond named Rama Tirtha. This pond was near APJ's house. When he was growing up, he never thought that there was any difference between Hindus and Muslims as they participated in the Hindu festivals wholeheartedly. APJ says that they listened to the stories from the Ramayana and the life of Prophet from their mother and grandmother as bedtime stories. So they listened to stories of both Hindu gods and Muslim gods. There was no differentiation on grounds of religion. As APJ Abdul Kalam belonged to a Muslim family, he used to wear a cap on his head which identified him as a Muslim. His friend Ramanatha Shastri, who was the son of a priest of Rameswaram temple, belonged to a Hindu family, used to wear the sacred thread worn by Brahmins. When these children were in class 5, a new teacher came to their class. APJ Abdul Kalam recalls an incident which happens then. This new teacher could not tolerate that a Hindu priest's son was sitting next to a Muslim boy. He told APJ to go and sit on the last bench as he belonged to a lower rank of the society. Both the children felt very bad. When APJ changed his seat and went back and sat on the last bench, Ramanatha felt very bad. APJ still remembers the image of his friend Ramanatha crying. It was a feel. It left a lifelong impression on Kalam of his friend's feeling for him. Both children went home and told their parents about this incident, and Ramanatha's father, Lakshmana Shastri, called the new teacher and scolded him. He told him not to kill the children's friendship by putting the venomous discrimination of caste and religion into their innocent minds. Lakshmana Shastri was very clear in himself. He told the teacher either you ask sorry for the wrong or you have done well, or else leave the school and Rameswaram town also. The teacher asked sorry for the mistake he had done, and due to Lakshmana Shastri's discrimination, his thought about religion and caste changed. Abdul Kalam's science teacher Subramanya Iyer was a religious person, an orthodox Brahmin but was a rebellious type of person. He did not believe in distinction on the basis of caste system. He worked very hard to break these social barriers. He wanted that people of different castes should interact with each other. He encouraged APJ Abdul Kalam to work hard so that he could be at the same level as highly educated people who lived in big cities. Subramanya Iyer's wife belonged to a traditional and orthodox Brahmin family. She followed the religion very strictly, and to keep the kitchen pure, no one from an inferior religion was allowed to enter the kitchen. When Subramanya Iyer called APJ Abdul Kalam for dinner at his home, his wife feared that the boy from a Muslim family would make her kitchen impure. She refused to serve him food in her kitchen. Subramanya Iyer was neither upset nor angry. He himself served food to APJ and sat down beside him to eat. His wife stood beside the kitchen door and looked at APJ while he was having food. APJ says that he doesn't think that he felt there was any differences in the way he was having his food or the way he was drinking water, in the way he cleaned the floor after the meal. He wants to highlight that religion does not matter as it does not alter the way in which a person eats food. When APJ was about to leave Subramanya Iyer's house, he invited him for dinner once again. When Subramanya Iyer saw that APJ Abdul Kalam was hesitant, he asked him not to be upset. He asked that if he had decided to change the system to go against the norms of society, he had to be strong and brave and comfort the situation. When he visited Subramanya Iyer's home for dinner the next week, his wife made him sit in the kitchen and served him food with her own hands. This is the change that happened. When the Second World War got over in the year 1945, India was about to get freedom, which happened in the year 1947. M.K. Gandhi, known as the father of nation, was a crucial part of India's freedom struggle. He said that Indians would build their own India. The entire country was filled with hope and happiness. Everyone was experiencing such a feeling which they had never felt before. Everyone was hoping that now they would get their freedom. APJ asked his father to allow him to go to Ramanathapuram, which was the district headquarters for higher studies. In reply, his father told him he knew that APJ needed to go away so that he could move ahead in life. He gave the example of seagull which flies away in the sky all alone and does not have a nest. It means it does not have a home of its own as it keeps flying from one place to another. When APJ's mother came to know that he was about to leave home and wanted to go to Ramanathapuram for higher studies, she got upset. APJ's father tried to calm her down and told her a few lines from a famous poem titled Your Children, written by Khalil Gibran. He said that your children are not your children, they are the children of life. Don't think that you can rule your children. They are a result of life's desire for itself. They have their own thoughts. He asked her to give him freedom to fulfill their thoughts. So dear students, here we end this lesson. Dear students, now let us quickly recapitulate what we studied today. In Kalam's childhood, he had three close friends, Ramanatha Shastri, Arvindam and Shiv Prakashan. Once, when he was in 5th standard, a new teacher asked him not to sit in front row along with the high caste Brahmin boys. Abdul found Ramanatha Shastri weeping as he went to the last row. This made a lasting impression on Abdul. Abdul was also greatly influenced by his science teacher, Shiva Subramanya Iyer. He learned the lesson of breaking social barriers from him. Iyer invited him to his home for a meal. His wife refused to serve food to a Muslim boy in her pure kitchen. Iyer served him with his own hands and sat down beside him to eat his meal. He convinced his wife to serve meal with her own hands and thus was successful in changing her conservative attitude. For higher education, Abdul Kalam sought permission from his father to leave Rameswaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. His father said that Abdul had to go a long way in life just like a seagull, birds which flies a long distances. He calmed down APJ's reluctant mother by quoting Khalil Gibran's poem, Your Children. He said that her children could not be dominated by her because they had their own thoughts. They did not belong to her but were a result of life's desire for itself. He asked her to give them freedom to fulfill their thoughts. Dear students, based on our today's session, here are some questions for you. Have a nice day. Thank you.